Rebekah Stevens, straight out of Ontario and into our hearts on the Chris Top program.
My name is Dorkamus Prime, leader of the Dorkobots. I was sent to this tiny planet in hopes of uniting all dorks against the evil Deceptadouche. Dorkobots, roll out.
I get Dollar Shave Club blades delivered, so I always have a shave with a fresh blade. Does that make me a genius? Yes. Yes, it does. I use the 4X, aka the Lover's Blade. Just go to the ChrisTopProgram.com and click on the Dollar Shave Club link, and you will never spend a fortune on shaving again. You might look at it as a great close shave experience, but I look at it as one step closer to being awesome.
Portions of the day's programming are reproduced by means of electrical transcriptions or tape recordings.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
I am the one and only Chris Top.
You can either talk in the Chris Top program.
Broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment.
The VCR and the DVD, there was a night of that right back in 1970. What didn't know about the World War Web was a whole different game being played back when I was a kid. Wanna get down in a cool way, picture yourself on a beautiful day. Big bell bottoms and groove long hair, just walking in style with a portable MP3 play. You can listen to the music on the Chris Top program. You can hear the music on the Chris Top program. Hear the music on the Chris Top program. Hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
Sunny Clarksville, Tennessee.
You can hear the talk in the Chris Top program.
This is the Chris Top program.
And I'm the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. I'm giddy like a schoolgirl because I can kind of sort of talk. Now, I'm not going to promise you I won't be coughing off and on throughout this episode, but I'll try to mute myself so you don't have to deal with it too much. But I've been fighting back this monstrous disease, and I'll tell you, I watched The Walking Dead, and it's getting to the point where it's going to be bittersweet because the next show is going to be just amazing, but then it's over until like February. Like, really? But I watched The Walking Dead, and my mind starts to form these outrageous possibilities, and I'm thinking, well, I could be quite possibly turning into a zombie. Now, I don't remember getting bit. But I did spend a day in Nashville over the weekend, and I was around a lot of people. So, I mean, somebody could have just casually bit me, and maybe I was sick before that, though. Or maybe it was just a cold before that, and then someone casually bit me. But anyway, I could be turning. So if you see me out in public, feel free to take me down if I've already turned. But just be careful and make sure I did turn, because some days I just don't brush my hair. So make sure that's not the case. But today, we've got, I'm going to try not to waste your time. I mean, we're going to have a good show, I promise you. And I'm holding back the coughs. I really am. I'm going to do my best. I do want to welcome, and Jesse says I sound crisper, so maybe I should broadcast with a cold more often. I don't know. So it's good to see you, Jesse. Also, we've got JP in the chat. JP says, I'm thankful to be a fan of Chris and Allie Top and the Chris Top program. Well, thank you, JP. I appreciate you each and every day. And then Martin has been hanging out in the chat for, I think, 9 or 10 hours now. So it's good to see you guys. And I'm sure Rebekah's going to be excited to see you as well. Now, speaking of Rebekah, you're probably not here to hear me. So we're going to get on with it. And this is exciting. Wait till you hear her voice. And now I've got 2 other guests on today. So we started at 6 minutes ago if you just tuned in. But we've got another show at 5 o'clock. And we've got another show at 6. And it's not all one long show. There's going to be like quick little breaks in between, like 5 to 10 minutes. So So that'll give you a bathroom break, because I know you're not going to want to leave during the show for sure. I mean, who would, right?
Are you ready to be a podcast superstar?
Publishing your podcast is a simple 3-step process.
Produce your podcast.
Write your blog post.
Publish.
Think of it as a recipe. WordPress plus PowerPress plus Blueberry hosting
Equals success.
No third-party sites
You
to log
never
into.
leave your own website.
You remain in control.
You own your RSS feed.
Go to thechris.program.com and click on the Blueberry banner.
Your first month free. The Chris Top Program, working on being awesome worldwide.
I am a true dork. I will admit it.
Yes.
See,
I am.
we use that as a term of endearment. Do your I'm Batman impression. Good. Oh, that's like Catwoman. Where did that
I don't know. What is that?
That's the closest I can get.
Dorks of the world, unite.
I have a picture, like a side-by-side picture of me next to a velociraptor, and
Wow.
we're making the exact same facial
That's impressive.
expression, so it's like twins. Come rap on one of my songs. It'd be a good time.
go?
it's
Just give me a little bit.
Yup, there goes gravity. Yup, there goes gravity. Choke.
Oh gosh. TheChrisTopProgram.com.
Yeah! You can either talk in the Chris Top program. Take it from the top.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. I do not, nor will I ever take any of you for granted. I promise you that, because there are a million other things you could be doing, but guess what? You chose to listen to me, and that makes me feel pretty darn good. Now, I've got to apologize to Rebekah real quick, because I lost track of time, because I normally play these minute-and-a-half promos, but the one I played was like 55 seconds, and then it was getting close to the end, and I was like, oh, crap. I better call Rebekah real quick.
No worries. It gave me some time to collect myself.
So normally I'll get you on for 30 seconds, though, while it's playing. I'll be like, okay, this is going to be fun, relax, it's going to be a good time. But I didn't get a chance to do that with you.
No worries.
I just threw you to the wolves.
I'm good to go.
It's just right away. Now, I want to introduce you to a few people that we've got in the chat, and they'll probably ask you questions because they're very inquisitive sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got Jesse in the chat, and also we've got JP, and we have Martin in the chat so far. And now there are other people, but sometimes they just don't say anything.
Okay.
They're bashful, and
Silent listeners.
they are.
Okay.
Sure. Now, before I called you, Jesse, have you seen the new Star Wars movie trailer yet? Are you into Star Wars?
I am not into Star Wars. I have never seen a single Star Wars film.
Oh, why? It just doesn't interest you, or you just you have other things going on?
It probably would, because I'm into things like that. I've just never got around to it. I should, though.
Oh, once you do, you'll be addicted.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard it's very good.
Yeah, well, Jesse asked me if I'd seen the new Star Wars trailer. I have not seen it yet, but I bet you're talking about that lightsaber they have, with the extra blades on it. I don't know. I'm a little... I'm questioning that decision, but I don't know. It looks kind of cool, but then again, I'm not sure. But anyway, now, so you are from Ontario.
I am. Ontario, Canada.
Now, are you still in Ontario, or are you somewhere else now?
I'm still in Ontario, yeah.
Okay, so now are you going to make the most out of your career in Ontario, or do you plan on going anywhere else?
Right now I'm focusing on Ontario, but I would like to venture out into other areas of Canada, and then, maybe the U.S. We'll see.
What I'm getting at is you've got to come to Nashville so I can see you sometime.
I would love to come to Nashville. I was actually just talking to my best friend the other day, and we actually went to L.A. together when I recorded my first album, and she was like, I think the next trip we need to make is to Nashville.
Well, that's where all the cool people hang out,
Yeah, that's what I hear. It looks amazing. So I would love to go. I think that's next on my list of places to record.
Well, I would love to see you. So if you come to Nashville, don't tell me, I'm going to be terribly upset.
I will tell you for sure. You'll be the first one I'll tell.
I mean, hook me up with some backstage passes and a T-shirt or something.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair enough then. Okay, now I've been listening to your music, and now you sent me 3 songs.
I did.
Okay. Now I really, really enjoy all 3 of them, but
Good.
There's one that I like particularly.
Which one is that?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to play them in order that I like them.
Okay.
So by the time we play the second song, you'll probably figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that plan.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Okay, now before we go get too deep in your music and your passion of music and all that stuff, which is pretty obvious. I mean, because you're doing what you love doing, and anybody that visits your social networks is going to know that.
Yeah.
Where do you like to eat? Like, what kind of food do you like?
I like to eat. I love Mexican food.
Oh.
So anywhere that serves that.
Anywhere that serves Mexican food. Now,
Yes.
do you cook?
I do cook, yes.
Now, do you cook? Do you cook Mexican dishes, or do you do other stuff?
I mainly do tacos. I haven't really ventured out into anything more complicated than that, but yeah, just tacos so far.
Yeah, whenever I go to Mexican places, I eat too much. I mean, they bring you all those chips out, and then
I love the chips.
Yeah, of course, I'll order the cheese too, and then I'll order like something. It's what is it called? It's nacho fajitas. It's like fajitos, but it's nachos.
Ooh,
Fajitas, but not but it's so good.
Amazing.
Yeah, I roll out of there when I'm done.
I know, food coma.
Really, it is.
Sure.
Now, if somebody wants to tweet with you or stalk you somewhere, like on your website or Facebook, how do they find you?
Well, my Twitter is Rebekah S Music, Rebekah S Music, and my Facebook is Rebekah Stevens Music.
Okay, so if they go to your webpage, does that have links to everything else?
It should, yeah.
Okay, so we're good. Okay,
Yeah.
and we'll bring that up again a little bit later too.
Okay.
Now, do you do some touring? I mean, do you go places and play a lot of gigs?
I have been this year, actually. Yeah, I've had, at least one gig or more a month. So yeah, this year it's been really, really busy with gigs.
Okay, good. So do you have a schedule posted anywhere?
Not yet. No. I probably will for next year, but nothing's really been confirmed for next year yet. But once everything's confirmed, I will.
How proud of you is your family right now? Just the things that are going on.
Very proud. Very proud. Yeah, especially my mom, because she comes with me to almost every gig, and yeah, she's definitely a big supporter of mine.
Yeah, and that's pretty important, right? I mean, that they back you up in something that you love.
Yeah, I call her my momager.
That's good. You know, as many people as I talk to that are in the industry, I mean, most of them say that their family's supportive. But I mean, we have to take a minute to think about all the artists out there that that have a passion of singing and that are talented, but maybe never get to just because their parents aren't supportive.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's important.
Yeah,
it's important to have that support behind you.
Sure. Now, I think, I'm going to have to ask this question, and this is the one question I'll let you out of if you want.
Okay.
So if you want to just say pass, you can say pass.
Okay.
But I have a lot of male listeners, and
Yes.
and they're probably going to want to know if you're single or if you're attached.
I am single as a Pringle.
Now, okay, so I'm sure JP and Jesse and Martin are all going to spark up here in a second. Now, are you single because you want to be, or are you loving it, or is your music your passion? Is that why you're single?
Yeah, music is my boyfriend.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good that you have your priorities.
Yeah, I'm definitely
intact.
single because I want to be. Relationships actually kind of give me anxiety.
I know what you mean.
So I'm a big advocate of being single, for sure.
Now, if you were going to find the perfect guy, would he have to be somebody that understood that your music is always going to come first, or would the perfect guy be somebody that you would put ahead of music?
That's a tough one. I think they'd have to probably understand that music comes first because it's something that's really important to me right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. And I think that is good. And you may or may not change later on, but at least you're holding true to yourself.
Yeah, at least for right now, music comes first.
Jesse says he's putting his sparking shoes on. So
Sparking shoes.
I don't even know what that means, but
Me either. Sounds dangerous.
it does. We might want to step back a little bit. I don't know. But if you're listening live, then you're either listening on Spreaker or you're listening on the ChrisTopProgram.com, and I appreciate you for that. I really do. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the chat, a.k.a. the voices in my head, then you're listening on iHeartRadio or Stitcher. So make sure if you have any questions or comments, you just leave those on Facebook.